Otis, read by Susu. There was once a friendly little tractor. His name was Otis, and every day Otis and his farmer worked together taking care of the farm they called home. Otis loved to work on the farm. But after working hard all day, Otis was ready to unwind and play. He would ride the rolling hills and skirt Mud Pond down by the corn. He would play leapfrog in the bales of hay and explode through the haystacks. On occasion, he would chase a rabbit or play ring around the rosy with the ducks to the sound of his steady put, puff, puttity chuff. And sometimes, at the end of the day, he would just sit under the apple tree and watch the farm below. Every night, tired but happy, Otis would puff into the little stall in the barn that was all his. One night, when Otis was fast asleep, the farmer brought a beautiful baby calf into the barn. The calf bawled and bawled for her mother, but when the sleepy sound of a soft put, puff, puttity chuff came from the next stall, the scared little calf stopped bawling and she drifted off to sleep. From that day on, the calf started following the little tractor wherever he went. Put, puff, puttity chuff. She followed him over the rolling hills and down by Mud Pond. She was right behind him, leapfrogging the bales of hay. And the little calf made their games of ring around the rosy all the better. Sometimes, at the end of the day, the two of them would just sit together under the apple tree and watch the farm below. Otis loved his little calf, and the little calf loved Otis. Then one day, the farmer surprised everyone on the farm with a brand new yellow tractor. "Time to move out, Otis," said the farmer. He took Otis out of the little stall in the barn that was all his, and he parked him back behind the barn. Then he backed the big yellow tractor into the stall next to the little calf. But the little calf didn't like the big yellow tractor. He had a deep, rumbling snore that shook the stall when he slept. There was no one to purr the little calf gently to sleep, no one to spend her days with. And Otis could not even see the farm as the weeds began to cover his tires. His friend often sat with him, but she could not get him to play like they did in the old days. It was early summer when the farmer discovered a poster. "Who has the prettiest calf in the land? Judges will decide at the county fair and award a fancy blue ribbon to the winner." The farmer knew the answer to that. He would show off his beautiful little calf. But on the morning of the fair, the little calf was nowhere to be found. She had wandered down to Mud Pond by the cornfield to cool off. When she waded into the muddy water, her feet sank, and with every step, she sank deeper and deeper and deeper into the mud. The little calf was stuck in Mud Pond. "Get the farmhands!" the farmer shouted when he saw her. All the farmhands came running with their ropes, but the more they tugged, the more the little calf got stuck. "Get the big yellow tractor!" the farmer shouted. "He can save her!" But the big tractor just scared the little calf. She sank deeper and deeper into the muddy pond. Nearby farmers began to gather to help too. "Then call Fire Chief Douglas and the fire truck," the farmer shouted. "They can save our little calf." But the sight of the big red fire truck startled the little calf even deeper into the muddy pond. The farmer was fit to be tied. If the farm hands and the big tractor and even Fire Chief Douglas and his fire truck couldn't save his calf, who could? Suddenly, the little calf's ears perked up. Over the hum of the growing crowd, there came a faint sound in the distance, a soft, rhythmic purr. Put, puff, puttity chuff. The crowd turned and looked, and then the sound became louder. Put, puff, puttity chuff. Put, puff, puttity chuff. Put, puff, puttity chuff. All at once, Otis put-puffed around from behind the barn, and he turned and he headed straight to Mud Pond. Otis put-puffed down the rolling hill and pulled right up next to the muddy water's edge. The calf heard her friend's puttering purr, and she bawled with excitement. It was something like a hello. Then, to the sound of his gentle chuff, and to the amazement of all the people in the crowd, Otis slowly began to circle the pond. He circled, and he circled, and he circled, and as he circled, the little calf turned and turned, never taking her eyes off of her friend. Do you think they're playing Ring Around the Rosie? With each ring Otis made around the pond, the muddy grip loosened until the calf was able to stumble out of the pond on her own. The two friends had found each other again. Otis had saved the little calf. Otis led the calf right down the dusty road toward the village, and everyone threw flowers as they went, following them into town. It looked something like a happy parade. No one needed a fancy blue ribbon to tell them that the calf was special, and Otis was a special tractor, and the two of them were very special friends. From that day on, the farmer discovered that with Otis's puttering purr beside the chicken coop, his chickens laid more eggs. And at milking time, with Otis's gentle chuff nearby, his cows produced more milk. On occasion, Otis even got to join the farmer and the big yellow tractor out in the fields. But often, at the end of the day, Otis would just sit with his best friend under the apple tree and watch the farm below. The end. Love, Susu. I sure love you guys and miss you. Bye.